Class, my screen is visible to you? Is my
Yes, sir.
visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we will start at 2:45 sharp. By then, if you have any questions or any doubts to clarify, then you may proceed. Any questions you may ask. सेक्शन क्या है आपका? बी। 5 मिनट शुरू करेंगे, कुछ अगर डाउट्स वगैरह हो तो पूछ सकते हो जब तक। 5 मिनट में शुरू करेंगे अभी, जब तक कोई डाउट वगैरह है तो पूछ सकते हो। Did you guys try to execute the last program that I've given yesterday? Guys, am I audible? Am I audible? People online?
Yes, sir.
तो बोलते क्यों नहीं हो भाई तुम लोग? कल कोड दिया था ना, पूरा कोड ही दे दिया था उठा करके, तो रन करके देखा उसको?
Yes, sir.
समझ में आया? ग्राफिक्स पार्ट छोड़
सर
करके।
थोड़ा बहुत समझ में आया।
अच्छा, तो अगर कुछ इश्यूज है, कुछ बात समझ में नहीं आ रही उसमें, तो पूछना चाहो तो पूछ सकते हो, ठीक है? या किसी भी लेक्चर में पुराने क्लासेस से भी पूछ सकते हो, ऐसा कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन नहीं है कि मैं मना करूंगा कि नहीं पूछो।
ओके सर।
और बच्चे आए क्या ऑफलाइन के लिए? Check. हाँ, इंट्रो डेजी जो बनाया, ये पैकेज बनाया है। ये जिन लेक्चर से पैकेज डिस्कस किया है ना मैंने, उससे मिलेगा तुम्हें। दिखा दो तुम्हें लेक्चर, देता हूँ। पैकेज फोल्डर स्ट्रक्चर होता है, अभी दिखा देता हूँ तुमको। One of the student is asking in which lecture we have discussed about the package. So in the last class, I've used the package in.jh or in.ac something. So if you go to the video list, there is a description of every lecture given. Just a minute. देखिए ये जो नीचे दिखा रहा है ना, ये देखिए आईडी, मतलब ये इस पर्टिकुलर लेक्चर के पार्ट हैं ये सारे, ये जो टॉपिक्स डिस्कस हुए हैं। तो जब भी आप लेक्चर खोलेंगे आपको लेक्चर के नीचे सारे टॉपिक्स भी दिखाई पड़ेंगे, क्या क्या टॉपिक्स डिस्कस किए हमने। इसमें वेरियस जावा आईडीज, इक्लिप्स, इंस्टॉलेशन ऑफ इक्लिप्स, रनिंग फर्स्ट जावा प्रोग्राम ऑन इक्लिप्स एंड देन पैकेज। तो पैकेज यहाँ से शुरू हुआ है आपका, यानी ये लेक्चर नंबर कौन सा है, लेक्चर नंबर 3, आइदर हिंदी वर्जन और इंग्लिश वर्जन। दिस लेक्चर इज अवेलेबल इन बोथ द वर्जन बिकॉज सम ऑफ द इनिशियल लेक्चर्स आर रिपीटेड। ठीक है, so when I was repeating the lecture, so I have basically recorded in Hindi mode as well as English mode, लेकिन उतने ही लेक्चर मिलेंगे जो शुरू के लेक्चर हैं। फिर उसके बाद ये पॉसिबल नहीं रहा, तो ये काम नहीं कर पाए हम। तो यहीं से लेक्चर 3 से पैकेज पढ़ो, वो जो in.ac वो फोल्डर स्ट्रक्चर है। ठीक है, यही प्रोजेक्ट था ना, राइट। देखो in.ac ये दिख रहा है ना, इसके अंदर ये सारी क्लासेस हैं। अगर तुम इसके वर्क स्पेस समझते हो, वर्क स्पेस किसे कहते हैं? वर्क स्पेस मीन्स जिस फोल्डर के अंदर ये सारे प्रोग्राम जा करके रखे जा रहे हैं, है ना। तो वर्क स्पेस मिलेगा यूजर के अंदर बाय डिफॉल्ट बनता है, तो वहां भी जाके एक बार देख लो। कई बार वैसे मैं डिस्कस कर चुका हूँ। शुरू से लेक्चर तुम लोग को पढ़ने पड़ेंगे, तभी जो छूटे हैं वो समझ में आएंगे। यूजर्स, यूजर्स में मेरे पर्टिकुलर आईडी में जा करके वर्क स्पेस अगर सर्च करोगे, इक्लिप्स वर्क स्पेस, ये देखो, मेरे ख्याल से ये तुम लोग के लिए मैंने बनाया था। और ये लाइन ड्राइंग एप्लीकेशन है ना। एसआरसी फोल्डर जिसमें सोर्स कोड होता है, इन नाम का पहला फोल्डर दिखा, इसके अंदर एसी नाम का दूसरा फोल्डर दिखा, इसके अंदर सारे प्रोग्राम्स हैं। तो पैकेज मींस इट्स अ डायरेक्टरी स्ट्रक्चर। The same directory structure will be repeated in the physical file system also. ठीक है, and we have discussed the purpose of it. It's used for namespace, to avoid the namespace collision that we have discussed in the previous classes. तो लेक्चर 3 से पढ़ना शुरू करो, ये चीज मिल जाएगी तुम्हें। ठीक है, okay guys, so let's begin for today's class. So we are going to discuss a new topic which is called as exception handling. Exception handling. You have studied this topic in C++ also. Am I correct? Have you guys studied exception handling in C++ classes? Yes, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay. So, what is exception? There are two. If I just part it, there are two terms: exception and handling. ठीक है? There are two terms: exception, handling, right? So, what is exception and what is handling?
Type of error, sir.
Sorry?
Exception is type of error, like.
A type of error. अच्छा, और बताइए।
और क्या?
भाई म्यूट कर लीजिए माइक अगर आप आंसर नहीं कर रहे हैं क्वेश्चन को। तो किसी की आवाज बैकग्राउंड से आ रही थी। ये अभी किसने बताया?
मोहम्मद तुफैल थे।
तुफैल, ठीक है। तो तुफैल says exception is a type of error.
Yes, sir.
Any other opinion?
Sir, types of all errors.
Type
Okay.
of
All errors.
All
Sir.
errors.
Sir, सारे errors.
all
sir.
errors.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Anything else? We are discussing the topic exception handling today in Java. ठीक है? So my question was, you must have studied in C++ also. What is exception handling, right? So Hamza and Tufail says it's a kind of error, any error that comes. So if I have a compilation error, is that an exception? Like this is an error. See, my code is not compiling, right? You can see underline ID, right? If I try to compile outside the ID, then also when I will run Java C, I will get the compilation error.
Yes, sir. It is also exceptional error.
No, it is not exception. It is a compilation error. It is not exception.
Sir, I'm
ठीक
not
है?
saying that. Sir, मैं वो नहीं कह रहा. Sir, मैं ये कह रहा हूँ that exceptional handling में sir there are 3 types of error: compile time error, runtime error, और logical error.
Compile time error, runtime error and logical error. Okay.
So जो लॉजिकल
Compile
एरर
time
होता है ना
error जो
वो
होता है वो exception में count नहीं होता है.
सी लॉजिकल एरर होता है ना इसमें काउंट
Logical error की वजह से exception occur होता है. But exception is a kind of problem. I won't say error because error has a different meaning in Java altogether. Okay, it has a separate term which is used in Java. Error is a separate term. So I will say an exceptional condition or a kind of a problem that shows up at the runtime when the program is executing. Okay, some problem which shows up at the time of runtime. So this problem that I'm seeing at the compile time, this is not exception. This is not exception. Now the problem that is being shown at the runtime may be of various reasons. It could be a logical reason, most of the time, or some kind of resources that are required and those resources are not available. That could be another reason. So there could be various reasons for it. Like for example, let's try to see one of the very familiar exception. You have seen it earlier also. Have I not brought it? Okay. Just a minute, guys. Okay, let me create a new project itself. I thought I have some ready-made programs so I can quickly do it and save time, but seems like I have not bought the program. So let me make some at the runtime. So let me make a new Java project. Exception demo. Okay. Finish. So here in SRC folder, we are used to create the package first. Okay. Package is nothing but a kind of folder structure. So let me say the name of the package is in.ac.jamiahamdad as usual, my preferred package. And then here, let me create a new class test first exception. Okay. Now, I should have better, have the main method also public static void main. I forgot to generate. So let me write it. Let me know if I'm doing anything wrong. Is it okay? Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me say there is a string instance variable, a string str1, for example. Okay. Now I want to print something from string str1, str1 is the reference variable of the type string that is going to hold a string, right? So str1 dot, there are several methods on the string class. So on the reference variable, if you put the dot operator and press control space, I must be in a position to see all the methods. Yeah, you can see these are the methods. str1, right? str1 कर रहा है. Okay. Now let me say I'm going to invoke a method caret on the string reference variable. So string object has got lots of methods like concat. If I want to concatenate one string after the other, so I can use concat method, right? String is a class, right? String is a class. We have seen string class in the previous classes, right? So string is a class. So string class has got several methods which we can use as a utility, right? So there are several methods. Like for example, if I say caret index, so let me say this string has some value. Say my name Imran. Okay, so caret 0 will print something. Control C. Caret 1 will also print something, and you can guess what it could print. It's going to print the character at the index position given in the bracket, right? So at index position 0, because just like an array, string class itself maintains a character array inside it, right? So the 0th index position character is capital I, correct? The first index position is M, and so on. If I keep on adding str, caret 2, 3, and if I keep on them printing, I will get the output. ठीक है? Clear है? चला के एक बार देख ले. Correct? What if, let me move this from here to here. Okay, because it should be static. We know that we cannot call or invoke or access a static method or a variable outside the static context. If I want to use a variable which is non-static, I cannot call it from within the static, because non-static means it's related to the object. अगर ये static नहीं होता तो इसका मतलब ये instance variable होता, right? This would have been an instance variable. और object हमने बनाया ही नहीं, हम तो यहाँ पे static method कॉल कर रहे हैं ना, static method के अंदर से हम कॉल कर रहे हैं ना उसको. So this main method itself is static because JVM is going to, when it is going to execute this code, so it will just know the name test first exception dot main. That's it. So main is a static method, right? So if there is no object yet, then I cannot invoke access any non-static member function or member variable, right? So to make the context to be static so that it could be called from within the static context, I should use static keyword over here. Correct? As we have discussed in the previous lectures, right? Or otherwise, I could have done it, if I do not want to make it static, what I can do is I can make the object of this class, right? Like for example, same class, obj1, for example. This is the name of the reference variable of the object that I'm creating. And the new इन दोनों में से काम करना पड़ेगा, right? And then I will have to utilize this obj1. Then my code will work. ठीक है? Correct? दोबारा से एक बार चला देते हैं. Guys, people online, are you getting?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now this is what we just tried. Now let me say, instead of this, if I would have just kept the declaration and I have not assigned any value to the str1. Okay. In that case, what will happen? If I run now, do I get a compilation error now? No compilation error?
No,
Right?
sir.
If I try to run it,
Yes, sir.
this exception or this abnormal situation you have seen several times, and that abnormality says there is an exception. There is an abnormality. Exception means abnormality or some abnormal behavior in the thread main, the function main, right? As of now, just consider it as a function main. Okay? And the name of that abnormality is captured through java.lang.nullPointerException. तो ये ऐसा नहीं लग रहा है जैसे in.ac.student. ठीक है? So this is a class. Null pointer exception is a class, and java.lang is package. Within this class is declare, and this is the lang package of the Java, which doesn't require to import. That is automatically imported. If I want to use the scanner class, I will have to import java.util, right? .scanner. So I will have to do the import. But whatever classes are available in the lang package, like system class, like string class, they need not to be imported. I can directly type system.out.println or string s. I do not need to import any class which is available in the lang package, java.lang package. So this is one of the class in the java.lang package, and the name of the class is java.lang.nullPointerException, the fully qualified name. Okay? Now that means when an exception occurs, when an abnormal condition occurs, then that occurrence of that abnormal condition is captured in the form of an object. In the form of an object which is of the type java.lang.nullPointerException or nullPointerException in short. Okay? And that abnormality says, give you the reason, what is the problem, cannot invoke string.char@int. See, char@ method, I have called on which particular reference variable? Char@ method I have called on reference variable, right? And the reference variable is str1. And str1 is of the type string. That means char@ method is in the string class, right? Char@ method is defined in the string class. That's the part of the string class. So it says cannot invoke string dot, that is the char@ method of the string class, which takes an index of the type integer 0, 1, 2, 3, correct? To print a particular character, because object.str1 is null. This reference variable is not pointing to a real object which is in the heap, because the real object will occupy some space in the heap, right? There is not yet a real object in the heap, and I have just declared string str1. I have not given an address to str1, either by calling new string and then passing the value in the constructor, or just using the short notation, double quotation, some value, right? If I would have done this, then this error would have not been occurred. This exception would not have been occurred. Okay? That means if this would have been like previously written code, like either Imran, some value is assigned. So this is the object that contains the value Imran, and that object is created in the heap, and the address of that sort of thing of that object is assigned to str1. Now this str1 is not pointing to null, it's pointing to a real object. Okay? I could also have done, instead of this, I could have said new string under bracket. Okay? Just like a normal object, because string is a class. Just like a normal object. For string and for wrapper classes. Wrapper classes means, have I discussed wrapper classes before? Wrapper classes, have I talked about? Yes, no? No? Okay. So just like a string, there are something called as wrapper classes. I will come again to the wrapper classes. And they have the shorthand notation. I do not necessarily forced to use the constructor while creating the object. This is the call to the constructor, right? A parameterized constructor which accept a string. I can directly instead use the shorthand notation to do this. Okay. Now, while we are on the subject, let me discuss wrapper classes also. So the way you have got int variable, right? We have similarly a class integer corresponding to int. We have a class corresponding to int. Int is int int. You can see this is in brown color, right? So that's basically a primitive indication of a primitive type or a keyword that is being used for the primitive type to specify. Here it's a class, just like a string is a class. It's a class. So for every data type which is primitive, I have got a corresponding class for it. Okay, that wraps or keeps inside the primitive value. Correct? That wraps or keeps inside the primitive value. Okay. For example, if this integer x value is say 10, right? I can say integer x1 is equal to x. That's perfectly fine. So x is something which is primitive type, and that gets into the class object referred by x1. Okay? Which is of the type integer class. Okay? So integer class wraps the value of the primitive value x. Hello? Hello? Hakon? हेलो सलाम बेटा अभी तो मैं बिजी हूँ तब से सुबह से ही बिजी हूँ मैं देख के बता दूंगा मैं हाँ मैं देख लेता व्हाट्सएप पर देख लेता मैं देख के मैं सर को कंफर्म कर दूंगा ठीक है परेशान मत हो ठीक है तो मैं बता दूंगा ठीक है चलो ओके सिमिलरली टेल मी अनदर प्रिमिटिव टाइप एनी अदर प्रिमिटिव टाइप char happy or char c it may have a value say for example in single quotes a for example right so we have a wrapper class for it character right spelling mistake क्या होगी ठीक है जब भी कुछ कंफ्यूजन हो just type half the thing and control space it will show press tab complete ठीक है character ch equal to say for example c right? or boolean right boolean b equal to what could be the value true or false not 0 1 we do not have 0 1 in the Java language so boolean स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक थी या मेरे ख्याल से ही लिखा था मैंने b1 equal to ठीक है similarly for float for double then long ठीक है short byte for each of the data type there is a corresponding class right there is a purpose of existence of these classes also we will discuss someday ठीक है but there is a corresponding class for every primitive type ठीक है so there are 8 primitive types for each primitive type there is a corresponding class which is given by the Java language ठीक है to wrap the primitive type because certain APIs or certain part of the Java functions which are ready-made function kind of thing which you can utilize are meant to work on objects only and not on primitive type ठीक है मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि the reason why we have this wrapper class is because there are certain functionality in Java, certain APIs in Java. API means application program interface. So you can assume it like a function. Okay, function of a class, classes and their functions, which are ready-made, which are given by the Java, right? And those classes and functions, they can only work on objects and not on primitive type. For example, if I want to create a list of integer numbers, okay, so list, I will use the reference, the interface to use the type list. Name is list of int, okay, is equal to new array list or linked list. There are two kinds of list we have discussed in the past classes, right? जी सर, जी बोलिए सर। अच्छा, तो उसको नोट कर लीजिए, मेरे ख्याल से लिंक उसकी आई होगी, नहीं तो नोट, मैं कह रहा हूँ उसको नोट कर लीजिए उसका केस। Just a minute, guys, please give me some time. जी जी जी, मैं कह रहा हूँ उसको नोट कर लीजिए, मैं व्हाट्सएप मैसेज कर रहा हूँ, आपको रुक जाइए। Okay, guys. So we have two kinds of list: array list and the linked list. You know, array list is a dynamic arrays, and linked list is a sequential list, right? Which is sequential in nature. For array list, it's much faster to read a particular middle value from somewhere randomly, right? For sequential list, that is a linked list, we need to sequentially go one by element, but the insertion and the deletion of the element are much faster, because then we do not have to shift the whole array. ठीक है, डाटा स्ट्रक्चर में ये सब चीजें थी ना, पढ़ा था ना आपने? So if this is one of the most important question in interviews for the freshers, that when will you are going to use the array list and when you are going to use the linked list. So they will give certain conditions. So you will have to look upon whether there is more operation involved in inserting the elements or deleting the element. In that case, if there are more such operations, then you will use the linked list. If there are more requirement of reading the elements randomly, okay, then you cannot afford sequential traversal. Then you will have to have the random access. Then you will use the array list. ठीक है, तो इस बिना पर आपको डिसाइड करना होगा. So array list, and then I have created the object of array list. So what we used to do here, we Control Shift O. See, I have to import, right? It's saying the list and the array list are something which it doesn't recognizes, right? So import list. If I press Control Shift O, all the imports come automatically. That is, all the imports get automatically imports, all the import requirement. So see, there is a namespace collision. We have a list in java.util class, right? We have a list in com.sun.tools.javac.util in the Java compiler itself, right? List, as well as java.awt, which is used for graphical component drawing, right? Like the program I have given yesterday. So there are three kinds of list. Now, this is the namespace collision, but the fully qualified names are different. It's giving me three options with all the three fully qualified name. So I choose the one which I need. The error gone. ठीक है. Here, if I want to insert an integer element, so I want to say, for example, I want to create a list of integers. Then next day I would like to sort that particular list. ठीक है. So what I can do is I cannot use int this one. It will not work. It will show me compilation error. ठीक है. I will have to use integer. ठीक है. It will work now. Integer, for example, Control C here, and then again here also I have to put integer. Now this is the list of the nature of array list, that is arrays, dynamic access, and can only hold integer element. Integer means the integer objects, not the primitive variables. ठीक है. तो अगर मैं इसमें ऐसे करूं, list of int dot, क्या मेथड यूज करते हैं ऐड करने के लिए? ऐड integer टाइप का पैरामीटर दिखा रहा है. That means I can only add integer elements. I can say new integer, for example, just like a normal object creation, right? ऐसा ही है. Or you can see this strike. This is something called as deprecation. That means this was allowed earlier. If you want to write, you can still write the same code, it will work. But this is something which is not preferred. This is something which is not preferred. There is some other way to do it, a better way. ठीक? Or I could have done it like this integer x1 is there, right? I would have just said pass the x1 here. That's fine. What is the error? Static, again the static thing, right? We have to say it is static, right? ठीक है. ये कर सकता हूं मैं, correct? Or what I could have done is I could have used the normal equal to. आपने देखा मैंने new भी यूज करा है integer का ऑब्जेक्ट बनाने के लिए, just like any other class. For string also I could have used the new string and then pass Imran inside that value. That means this syntax. String str2 is equal to new string, and inside the constructor, this is the constructor call. I could have said, say this value, both are perfectly valid. Okay, this is the normal way of creating an object, and this is the shorthand notation, okay, which is available for a string. Similarly, I told you that this shorthand notation is also available for all the wrapper classes, like integer, like boolean, character, all the classes which are available for the primitive type. So either I want to use something like this with equal to operation, or I can say integer x2 is equal to new integer right. But whenever I try to do this, it is going to give me a strike out thing. That means you should not do this. You should rather follow this syntax. This is the shorthand syntax, right? Follow this syntax. Okay. Now what is happening? See, so we have got x1 and x2 both as integer, right? I can say x2 equal to x. Correct? x2 equal to, again I have to go for static. इसको मैं अंदर कर देता हूँ, मेथड के अंदर ही कर देता हूँ ताकि झंझट खत्म हो जाए. ठीक है, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, स्टैटिक बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है. ठीक है, सारा मेथड के अंदर मैंने inside I have declared everything inside the method itself. So That's a method local variable. So no question of instance variable in the static variables. So now what I can do is I can say integer x3 is equal to x. Okay, no problem. But what is happening in this case also, as well as in this case also, I am actually putting a primitive value inside a object. ठीक है, क्योंकि x3 और x2 these both are objects, right? x1, x3 and x1 both are objects, right? x2 is also object, but here it's visible that okay, I am creating an object. Correct? ठीक है? Okay, here also I can assume okay that shorthand notation is allowed, so it is just equivalent to this line number 14 is equivalent to line number 15. I can assume that also. But here in this line, basically where integer x3 is equal to x, I am literally assigning the primitive variable x value to the integer variable. डाल रहे हैं ना? This is called as auto boxing. Auto boxing. That means I am using a primitive value and boxing inside, putting inside the box of an object. ठीक है? This was added in Java 1.5. ठीक है? Auto boxing. ठीक है? Similarly, if I declare a variable integer 5, for example, equal to, now let me say this is equal to x2. What is x2? x2 is a reference variable. It's an object. It's a reference variable to an object, and that value is being assigned to a primitive value. It's strange. It is called as auto unboxing. Auto unboxing. So we have got two features: auto boxing and auto unboxing. These both were added in Java 1.5. Okay. We also know what is a wrapper class now. Okay. I started teaching exception handling, but because it came at the same time and I thought I should have discussed this, probably I missed it. So we deviated from the main topic a little bit. Okay. But hope this is going to help you. Clear, guys, till now? People online? Any questions? Yes, no? Are you there, guys?
No, sir.
क्या आंसर किया? आर यू देयर को आंसर किया है या कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है इसको आंसर किया है?
सर कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं.
अच्छा ठीक है. Okay. So let me comment this code. Except for str1. ठीक है? This also. Now str1 ये तो था, क्या हो गया? ऑब्जेक्ट, अच्छा ऑब्जेक्ट जो बनाया था वो मैंने कर दिया, राइट? कमेंट कर दिया. ये तो है. क्या प्रॉब्लम हुई बताओ? ओह, मेथड लोकल कर दिया ना मैंने इसको. डिस्टेंस वेरिएबल फाइंड कटा होगा ना. ठीक है. मेथड लोकल भी होता तो भी कोई डिफरेंस नहीं था, बस यहाँ ऑब्जेक्ट हटा देना पड़ता मुझे. ठीक है. So if it has a value, I won't get the exception. Whether the value is assigned through directly equal to with the shorthand equal to or with the new string constructor call, right? But the error when it was not there, when there were no value assigned, then the reference variable was pointing to null in that case. The exception that I was getting is the obj1, the reference variable obj1 and its property str1, which is of the type string, is null. That means it's not pointing to any real object in the heap. Okay? At in.ac.gh.test first exception.main. Okay? Okay? In.ac.gh is package name, test first exception is the name of the class, main is the method. Line number 9. If you click on line number 9 here, see, it will take you exactly at that particular point where you have done the declaration. Okay? That means it is not pointing to, it has not been assigned a value, a real object. So this is the first exception that we have seen. So it's abnormal condition, a condition which is okay. Now the question is, I can just look at the screen and see that this str1 has not been assigned a value. Why can't the compiler see this? Guys, people online, why I'm not getting a compilation error? str1 is not equal to null ना, मतलब it's by default it's null. मैंने कोई ऑब्जेक्ट न्यू स्ट्रिंग करके या डबल कोट्स के अंदर कोई वैल्यू असाइन नहीं करी है ना. So why I'm not getting a compilation error? If this would have been a variable, same string variable, a local variable str, for example, and this is not assigned, right? And let me say that I am, instead of using str1, I am using str2 here, str2 and no object now because some method local variable. I will get a compilation error. See, the local variable str2 may not have been initialized. That means you have to initialize it. Okay? If nothing else, then at least equal to null. Then the error will go. Right? Here I have not done it. By default, it's null. But in both the places, it's for sure that the value of str1 and str2 are null. Clear? So when I can see that it's null, why can't the compiler see and prevent this runtime exception from coming at the execution of the program? It's not wise that we get an error at the execution. The purpose of the compiler is to stop or prevent the maximum kind of errors which may occur at the runtime. Why is it so? Any idea? भाई सीधा सा क्वेश्चन है कि str1 यहाँ पे बाय डिफॉल्ट नल हो रहा है. यहाँ पे मेथड लोकल वेरिएबल है, इसलिए मैंने अगर नल इसको डिफाइन नहीं किया था तो मुझे मेथड लोकल वेरिएबल ऑटो इनिशियलाइज नहीं होता है. तो जब मैंने इसको यूज करने की कोशिश की तो इसने मुझे कंपाइलेशन एरर दे दिया. तो या तो मैं इसको कोई वैल्यू दूं, डबल कोट्स में इमरान दे दूं, या फिर एटलीस्ट इसको बता दूं कि भाई नल ही है, इनिशियल वैल्यू ही है, तब भी सेटिस्फाई हो जाएगा. लेकिन दोनों ही जगह पे ये नल, मुझे पता है कि str1 की वैल्यू भी नल है बाय डिफॉल्ट और इसकी मैं str2 की वैल्यू नल दे रहा हूँ. ठीक है, लेकिन अब कंपाइलर ऑब्जेक्ट नहीं कर रहा है. जब मैं देख रहा हूँ तो कंपाइलर क्यों नहीं देख रहा है? 2 लाइन पहले ही तो हमने उसको डिक्लेयर किया है. तो कंपाइलर को मुझे रोकना चाहिए कि str2 is not pointing to any value. It's not an object. It's not pointing to an object. It's pointing to null value. Guys, people online?
सर स्टैटिक कीवर्ड की वजह से हो सकता है.
नहीं बेटा, स्टैटिक से कोई मतलब नहीं है इसका. यहाँ मैं स्टैटिक में यूज ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ ना. देखो, लोकल वेरिएबल की बात वही हो रही है और इंस्टेंस वेरिएबल की भी वही कंडीशन है. both the condition, whether it's a static variable or it's a local variable. If it is a non-static variable also, then we are going to create the object of it, and then we are calling the str1 on the object. Even if this would have been static, say for example, static string str3 for example, okay. अब देखो आप इसको करके कैसे यूज करना चाहिए स्टैटिक को। str3 डायरेक्टली मैं कर सकता हूँ, राइट, करेक्ट, क्योंकि इसी क्लास का है, और अदरवाइज I should have used the name of the class before it. Anyways, it's not showing the compilation error. Even the static variable also get the default value of null. ठीक है, मेथड्स के बाहर ही str2 है, मेथड्स के अंदर str2 है, str2 is within the method. अब तो सामने दिख रहा है।
नो आइडिया सर।
ओके, इसका आंसर जो भी मुझे खोज के बताएगा उसको एक असाइनमेंट के मार्क्स एक्स्ट्रा मिलेंगे। अभी नहीं, ऑफ कोर्स अभी नहीं। आई विल गिव यू टाइम टिल सैटरडे। ग्रुप पे पोस्ट करना होगा। ओके गाइस,
ओके सर।
so whosoever is going to answer this question on the WhatsApp group to the level of satisfaction will get a extra credit of an assignment. Reasoning तो समझ में आ रही है ना? You are getting the question, right?
Yes, sir.
See, you won't get the answer in books. You will have to look for blogs. Maybe. That's a hint. आप blogs वगैरह में search करना. Books पे I don't know. Maybe you can get the answer or you may not get the answer. But I do not see such answers in the books. The question is, someone is asking, please repeat the question. The question is, see, we know that for this instance variable str1, for this class level static variable str3, the default value for both these variables is null. That means it's not pointing to any object. Similarly, for this method local variable, we have explicitly declared as null. And we have tried to use all these three variables in my program. And each and every execution of this line, one by one, will give the same exception, that is java.lang.null pointer exception. If I, as of now, you can see the exception coming from line number 27 because of this line, right? If I comment this line, then you see, let me run it again. You will see the exception line coming from line number 28 for this str2, right? Okay. If I comment this also, then you will see the exception coming from line number 29, that is str3. You can see str3, right? So if an exception has come, so the program will stop execution at that point. Okay. Program execution उस जगह रुक जाएगा. Rest of the statements will not execute. But it is for sure that all these three lines are problematic. All these three lines will throw the same exception. They will cause the same problem. That is null pointer exception. That means the reference variable that you are trying to assess, str1, str2, and str3, they all are not pointing to a real object, but they are pointing to a null value, which is not an object, right? So when I can see that str1 by default is null, str3 is by default is null. Here explicitly I have declared str2 as null. Why can't the compiler see and stop me from writing such a code? It should have given me a compilation error with a red underline over here that str3 is still pointing to null. You cannot write this code. Got the question?
Yes, sir.
So we have to find the reason why the compiler is not stopping me from writing this code. Because the purpose of the compiler itself is to bar as much as problems as possible before the code executes. Because when the code executes and then the problem occurs, then there is a separate routine written to figure out what is the problem and to report to the user that this particular problem has occurred. So that CPU cycles will go into waste, right? The speed will be compromised. Clear हो रही बात? So compiler will try to prevent as many exceptions as possible while writing the code. It should prevent rather, but it's not preventing this particular exception. So we have to find the reason why. Okay, now one question. So you have seen one of the examples of exception, and the exception, just take a note, it always comes at the runtime. When you see an error at the compiler error, that's not an exception. We don't call it exception. Exception is an abnormal behavior that occurs while the program is executing, when the program is running. Okay? You have seen one of the examples of exception. Okay. Any other examples of exception, if you are familiar with, which we have seen in our past programs? Okay, let me say str1 is equal to some string Imran again, okay? And let me comment this third line as well. Let me open the first line. Okay? Caret 0 is okay, right? लगा सकते हैं? What's your name? Abhishek is asking, can we put obj1 here? obj2 बना कहाँ है? यहाँ पे नहीं लगा सकते, ये तो मेथड लोकल वेरिएबल है ना, इस पे नहीं लगा सकते, इस पे तो नहीं लगा सकते, लेकिन यहाँ लगा सकते हैं। obj1 यहाँ लगा सकते हैं। str2 is a method local variable, right? So we cannot access the method local variable with the name of the reference variable of the object. But yes, str3 is a static variable. And we know that static variable could be accessed either by the reference variable or by the name of the class, like test first exception, correct? Or because it's within the scope of the same class. So from a method, I can directly call the variable, even though if it is private. Let me say it's private. Doesn't matter. अगर ये private भी है ना, तो इस class के अंदर accessible है, right? Even if it is a private method variable, let me say, that it will be accessible. It will be visible within this class, not the main, but the class here, right? Its visibility is within the class, right? So we can directly use it. So all the three ways are possible here in this case. यही क्वेश्चन था ना, और कुछ? str2 को नहीं कर सकते because str2 is a method local variable. ठीक है, guys. Now what? Let me come in these two lines. Now tell me, look at this program and tell me, what do you think the program is going to behave? In what way the program is going to behave? So we have got, let me just comment this also, so no confusion. Let me comment str3 also. Okay, so we have just one line, str1 is equal to Imran. Then I have created the object of this class itself, and then I am printing str1 and calling the method caret pass7. Anyone, people online? Guys, are you there?
सर ये इमरान प्रिंट हो जाएगा 7 times.
It will
7 times प्रिंट हो जाएगा.
नहीं बेटा, ये बताओ, ये जो नंबर मैं पास कर रहा हूँ, व्हाट इज द पर्पस ऑफ दिस नंबर दैट आई एम पासिंग?
Don't know, sir.
Sir, range.
It's a index value, right?
Okay.
It's an index value. So str1 is of the type string. This string contains Imran as a value, and this Imran value is internally stored as a character array. So at index position 0, capital I will be stored. Index position 1, M is stored. Index position 2, R is stored. 3, A is stored, small a. 4, N is stored. 5, 6, 7. We are trying to go out of the bound, the maximum limit. शाह इमरान अगर पूरा रहता तो अलग बात थी, लेकिन अभी नहीं है, तो अभी क्या होगा? पांच भी नहीं होगा, 4 तक हो सकता है, 0 से शुरू हो रहा है ना. इट्स अ 5 कैरेक्टर वर्ड, राइट? इंडेक्स पोजीशन स्टार्ट एट 0, so we can at most reach at 4. But if we try to write 5, 6, 7, anything else which is beyond the limit, then we will get an exception, and that exception will be, exception in thread mean java.lang.string index out of bound exception. But this is a separate class, right? So the object has been created of this class, string index out of bound exception, and this is again in java.lang package. So it's saying that string index out of the range 7. So 7, what you have given, is out of the range of the string index. It should be maximum by 4, right? ठीक है. And the name of the class is very verbose. You can just read it and understand what is happening over here. String, you're talking about string. Index, because the string is maintained as a character array, so there is an index associated to it. Out of bound, the maximum limit of the index that could reach to the last character, we are trying to get outside the bound of that exception problem. ठीक है? Clear हुई? People online, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
कुछ रिपीट करना हो तो बता देना.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So shall we stop here or shall we continue? थोड़ा आगे बढ़े? क्या कहते हैं भाई आप लोग? हैं? कोड लिख करके चेंज करके देखना है. कोई बात नहीं, कोड तो मैं दे दूंगा, अभी दे देता हूँ, लिख के देख लेना घर पर, इसमें ट्राई आउट करके देखना. ओके गाइस, सो आई एम स्टॉपिंग हियर. ओके, सो जस्ट ट्राई टू एक्सपेरिमेंट whatever we have done so far. Go through the lecture and try to experiment with the code. I will share the code also. and try to recreate these exceptions and see whether you are able to do it or not. ठीक है? It is very important that you do the things on your computer. नहीं करोगे तो काम नहीं चलेगा. ले करके फोन सामने रखो, चलाओ वीडियो, एक एक चीज को पॉज करके उतना कोड लिखो और देखो. ठीक है? या जो कोड दे रहा हूं उसमें चेंजेस करके देखो. ठीक है भाई? So let's have the class tomorrow at what time? Tomorrow free कब है आप लोग? ये नॉर्मल टाइम रखे 3 बजे का?
Yes, sir.
3 o'clock everyone, okay?
ओके सर.
कल क्लास नहीं है. अच्छा तो अच्छा ठीक है.
सर एक काम करिए, कल आप 1 बजे का कर दीजिए.
1 बजे का नहीं कर सकता मैं, 2 बजे के बाद कर सकता हूँ. बताओ.
ओके सर, फिर 2:30 बजे का कर दीजिए.
कल क्या वेडनेसडे है कि थर्सडे है? कल थर्सडे है ना?
हमारी
नहीं,
क्लास
कल 1:30 बजे से मेरी क्लास है. 1:30 से 2:30 कम से कम चलेगी. 2:30 बजे कर सकता हूँ. बोलो मैं. अच्छा तो रहने दो, 3 बजे रहने दो. ठीक है? क्योंकि मेरी एक और क्लास है 1:30 बजे से. ओके गाइस?
ओके सर.
ठीक है चलो. आई एम ड्रॉपिंग द कॉल.